All right, heard you guys out. You want me back on a regular schedule? I'm trying to get there, but we got 2 videos coming out today. Okay, people have asked me to talk about this. I hate this little former piggy, but we're going to talk about him. NIKOCADO. If you don't know who he is, consider yourself blessed because you've never had to deal with this hungry hippo. Formerly hungry hippo, although we'll get there. He's acting a little weird again. Him acting weird. He was an over-the-top, well, he started out, he's a YouTube personality who has a lot, maybe like 1 million, I think, actually, subscribers. He started out just this regular, gay guy who likes to play, he seemed talented. He played the violin, he did all that, and he thought, you know what? I need to eat about 20,000 calories a day like a piggy and just stuff my face. And then fake that I'm having heart attacks, fake that I'm having high blood pressure. Maybe he did have high blood pressure, I don't know. But he was known now for the past, couple years as just this, oink oink who sat there being so obnoxious, so annoying. And here's the thing, he thinks he's like a supervillain now and everything. We all knew it was an act. Everybody knows that you were acting the whole time. Every video, oh God, he's like Tyler Henry with the slappable face. Except I think my hand would get stuck in the fat. Anyways, back then. So he would come on there, people are so upset. They're telling me what I should eat and what I shouldn't eat. What the fuck is that? Do you smell your own self? I know, because when you get that big, you can't wipe right. Your scrotum or your fucking ass. Who was that? And then he had an OnlyFans. He had an OnlyFans when he was the size of a whale. I forgot what context it was under. It's probably under a video of his, but I Googled Nikocado avocado and was greeted with the picture of his stained brown a-hole. Ew! No! I don't want to see that. Oh God! Who's paying for that? Why don't you can watch hippos mount each other for free on National Geographic, I'm pretty sure, on YouTube for free. You don't have to pay for it, alright? You can see, gigantic whales, bumping uglies on the internet somewhere free. It's the same thing to me, all right? But he would do all these annoying interviews and collabs with people, and people would talk about how they were worrying about him. I could care less. He could eat, he could eat straw for a year, or he could eat 1 billion donuts in a month, and I could give 2 craps either way. But here's the part that just annoyed me even more, and that people actually bought into the lie that he's telling, is he comes back all of a sudden super skinny, right? Super skinny. And then you see videos that he'd been working out and stuff like that, and he's like, I'm the greatest mastermind ever. I've tricked you all. It was a social experiment. I wanted to be a big fat pig, and I was successful. I got 500, 600, 700 pounds. I was huge. But what you secretly didn't know was for the past however long, he's like, I've been posting these videos raw pre-recorded, and I was actually skinny because of OZEMPIC and methamphetamines. No, allegedly. I don't know. Do you think? I saw a video, he was working out, he looked okay doing that and everything. Do I really believe he lost all that weight, all those bad habits, just by working out for a couple months or something like that? No. If he was doing it for a year, maybe you could lose that much. I'm guessing. It would still be a struggle. There's damage you do to your body. And no, I believe he worked out. I believe he got the shot. Because you drop weight fast. You could be 600 pounds and, be 100 2 months or something with all Ozempic, Manjaro, all this other stuff, because it gives you the shit. So that's all you do is you eat and it's just liquefied immediately in the shit. That's all it is. But he came on there and said, this is a social experiment to see how people would treat me if I was bigger and I was successful. And you are not an evil supervillain that you think you are. You are not some Machiavellian. You're not bright. And forgive me for saying, you don't look well at your healthy, skinny weight now. Tell me I'm lying. Look at him. He does not look, he is pale as all fuck. There's just something very about, I don't know what, I don't know what it is. There's something about him that just looks a little off. So everybody's like, oh my God, he fooled us. He's the greatest ever. He fooled us. How did he fool anybody. What are you talking about? So his social experiment was to get as big as not one but two houses and then secretly lose weight and come back and tell everybody, I pre-recorded all those videos. It was a social, what was a social experiment, by the way? To see how high you get your blood pressure, to see how much you clog all your arteries, to see because your body's going to pay for that social experiment, even if you think it's over. He might get away with it because I think is he in his 20s? I don't know. He might slide by because of that. But let's not forget something else about his little social experiment. All the huge, enormous people who have obvious food issues that you are helping to exploit and that YouTube exploits and lets them remain on this platform, which is beyond me. We can't say our word and we can't say certain words are bad, but we can have people gorging themselves to death. I'm talking about one channel in specific that he collaborated with a lot called Foodie. I think her name was Foodie Beauty. And I was so angry when he did that in the first place because this woman who, now she's doing it to herself and I can't say anything about it. She's been in the hospital. She makes videos going in and out of the hospital. And I'm sorry, at some point, I would say, your fat ass ain't coming in the hospital. You do this every other week. You say, oh, I want to lose weight. I really want help. Then you go do a mukbang video. The money and the food means more to you. People here are really dying. There are people struggling with real shit. So we're going to roll you down a hill, hope you land in an area where you can't get the food. That's how we're going to help you. You're just going to flail like a beached whale, and you're not going to be able to get food for a while. You're going to lose weight, and then, we'll pick you up when you're about 50 pounds lighter and almost dead. All right? So he had taken her to, like, the Heart Attack Grill, which, isn't that cute? I don't know if it's open anymore. It should be shut down permanently, which the goal is like, I think if you weigh, like, over 300 or something, your meal is free, or there's some weird thing. It's basically just food clogging shit to, like, just to make yourself horribly fat and horribly unfit. They have, the waitresses dressed as nurses, and there's like a fake doctor there, in case you have a heart attack. Isn't that fun? Isn't that just, that's what I want to do. He took this woman there, went with her. I would have never collaborated in a video with her because there's something wrong with her. She had an oxygen tank. This was like 4 years ago. She had an oxygen tank when she's going over there. All right? To eat at the Heart Attack Grill. Does anyone have a soul? Did any of the waiters, I don't care if I was working there, I'd be like, you know what, I'm done. We're not, seriously, are we going to help her die? Let's just slit her wrist. Can we just do that? Can we offer that as a side, maybe, or something like that? So, he does all that, and then when I was researching his, him thinking he's a villain and all the bullshit that he thinks, and stuff like that, first of all, he's lost his personality, too. I mean, I didn't like his personality, but at least he had an internet personality. Him throwing a fit about everything, and you could tell it was something he thought was funny, which I guess some people with Down syndrome thought was funny too. That's why they followed him. I don't know, but you could tell it was that kind of vibe. And now he's so today I'm gonna be doing a mukbang with Foodie Beauty. She's a friend of mine. Boy, we seem tired for being so skinny and healthy, don't we? Well, I thought we were supposed to be a little peppier. What's going on with you? He does talk normal now. I'll give him that. He's not doing it, the whiny piggy voice that I couldn't stand before. But he now, as a thin person, as a person who's supposedly super duper healthy, is still just recently did a video with this woman who I am shocked is still alive. He's still willing to do videos of mukbangs with other people who don't want to or just can't lose the weight that they have. They're not helping themselves. I'm not blaming him specifically. But you would think if you were a good, decent person, oh, he's a supervillain, I forgot. Maybe that's his angle. He made a video with this poor woman. The woman that he took, I believe it's the same one he took to the Heart Attack Grill when she had a, oxygen mask on. Funny, you weren't wearing one. Would you have gone? Would you have gone then, you piece of garbage? Anyways, he just did a mukbang video with her. Now, I noticed what he was eating was a lot, but it looked a lot healthier than what she was eating. And she still can barely breathe, and she's as big as a house, but that's okay, because he's skinny now, and he's an evil supervillain who did his social experiment. I think we should do a social experiment where we erase him from the internet. Like, there are people who are problematic on the internet, and for YouTube to act like they have some kind of morality, some kind of, we are not going to let hate speech or horrible things or self-harm. Self-harm? Isn't Eugenia Cooney, Skeletor herself still on this platform? Isn't, Foodie Beauty and other people who are eating themselves to death still on this platform being paid by you? Get the fuck out of my face. I don't even care if I get demonetized for swear. Fuck you. Fuck you. Seriously. So yeah, he can suck it, and I hope the other woman gets help. But yeah, his little supervillain arc, not so much. You're just, there's something mentally, you have psychological damage. You're mentally ill. That's what it is. All right, and good luck with your, diet.